Okay guys, this is Ted and I'm going to show you how to use PTS or proxy that shit. Just had a little revision. I can't believe a couple of things I fucked up, but anyway. Well, before you even want to start using it, you're going to need to make sure you make a proxy list. You can get these just about anywhere. Google, Yahoo, and we'll get to that in a minute. First you want to make sure it's set up right. For my program, you're going to want to make sure you have the proxy IP first, then a little colon, then the port. You can have as many, as little. The more you have, the better, for the most part. If you're looking up proxies yourself off the internet, half of them are bad most of the time anyway. Well, let's try to find some new proxies. So we'll go to the internet. Like I said, a good place to look for proxies is Google. And proxy list. And we'll just look for... Any of these are probably good, but I prefer proxylist.net. And they're updated pretty regularly. As you can notice, it has a count, how many it has, how many have been checked. So, we'll just go with this one. And it gives you a whole bunch. Just copy and paste them. And put them into a nice new notepad. And we're just going to save that. Save it as proxy list 2. And yes. Okay. Now with that, we can open up PTS. Now PTS has quite a few options to get around your school or work website blocks or filters. First we'll start out with the proxy part. Start off with that. You can either add manually, you can add proxies, or you can load a list, which is the easiest. So once we load our list, tell us how many proxies we have, and such as that. You can clear the list, save a list that you made, or every time this one sees that the proxy's bad, it's going to delete whatever one it was on, the bad proxy, out of this list. So you can just save the list as your good list or so on, whatever you'd like. Now we're going to start off with the first one. So we got our first proxy right here. Now you can either check it and then wait, and then it'll tell you if it times out. So that proxy right there was bad. You can keep checking them one by one, which is kind of slow and kind of gay. So I put a proxy scanner in it. So you can just click find, and it'll scan, and it'll keep trying them until it finds a good one. And there, we found a good proxy. Another thing you want to make note of when you're checking or you're trying to find a new proxy out of your list, make sure you have the site right here as a site like www.google or MySpace or something like that. Elsewise, it'll say all the proxies in your list are bad. Yeah. And make sure you have it as www.whatever. That's as far as that goes. Now, we found our good proxy. We'll use MySpace for our site, okay? Now you're going to want to make sure you have no Internet Explorer is currently open before you click yes to this, which I do. So I'm going to close the Internet Explorers I have open. And then we're going to go to IE inject. Now what this is going to do is it's going to put our proxy in Internet Explorer and enable it. Which is kind of unique because most of the time at work or school, the ability to put a proxy in manually is disabled. So we're actually going to bypass that part as well. So we're going to inject it. Okay, now our proxy is in Internet Explorer. We have our website we want to go to. So click here and it'll open Internet Explorer with your proxy and your website. Now most of the time proxies take a little longer anyway to load, but this one was fairly quick. Okay, so as you can see, we're on MySpace. Okay, now just to prove that we have indeed put the proxy in, we can go down to Connections, Lane Settings, and there's our proxy. This works with any Internet Explorer from forward to the current. But I don't need a proxy on it because I'm at home and I just don't need no fucking proxy at home. And that'll about do it for that. Now, for more simple, basically school, elementary building kind of things, they mainly just ban the name. Basically, they won't allow you to search or enter into the browser anything like MySpace, Facebook, stuff like that. So we can get around that without doing such complicated things as the proxy. To get around that, all you have to do is, instead of using the name, you use the site IP. And I gave you a little feature to get it right here. And it'll come up, found the site. And that's the IP. Now if we just go to the site, so just click go to site, you can see that it entered the IP and we're on MySpace with the IP instead of the host name. That's about it for that. If you're wondering what this was, it's just the packet information. Don't really have to worry about that. That's for debugging. Didn't really see the point in taking it out of the project because it's kind of handy, and for people who know the hell to do with it, you can do better things. Not that I'm suggesting anything. And that's about it. If you have any bugs, problems, I'd like to hear about them. My email's to_hacker@yahoo.com. And just email me. If you're going to email me about a bug, please be a little descriptive. Don't just tell me it had an error. That doesn't fucking help. Try to explain what you last did, what you might have done to trigger the error. That's about it. Have fun.